What is up, 2J Swap YouTube? I'm Lewis, and this is LewisGarage, and this should really be part 1 of the 2JZ Roadrunner build because I got in all the subframe pieces and most of all the parts for the entire build, and yeah, I probably should have just started here instead of starting way in advance and putting the engine in the car and taking it back out and figuring out that I had a lot of other stuff to do, but here's probably where I should have started. So here's part 1 of the 2JZ Roadrunner build. Also, a really quick apology on why I've been gone for so long. I haven't been gone. I've actually recorded a lot of videos, but my editor quit halfway through a video, so here we are. I'm now editing videos myself again. So when the quality goes back down, you know why. I know most of you follow me on TikTok, but if you don't follow me on TikTok, we had a little bit of an issue. Somebody hit a pole in the 80s in the driver's side rear quarter, and this thing was toast. It was so warped, I couldn't bend it back. There was nothing I could do. And the inner fender is, we hammered it back out. It probably should replace it, but I'm not going to. I also need to replace some rust down here, but I ordered a new rear quarter from Auto Direct Metal, and it's over there, and we're going to put it in next week. This week, we're going to install the front subframe. Actually, I'm going to install the front subframe with some help from Tokyo Redneck or Cole. But yes, this is what we have waited 6 or more months for. It is the Gers front suspension setup with QA1 components, QA1 coilover setup, power steering rack, and 12-inch wheelwoods. So last night on my TikTok live, we removed the old front suspension, and today we're going to start doing some prep work to put it back in, to put the new one in, I mean. But see this area right here? I need to do a lot of prep work. Come on, camera, focus. I need to do a lot of prep work. I was thinking about throwing some acid on it to clean that up, but I still don't know about down here. I got this great stuff called One Step. You spray it on, it looks like milk. It steams a little bit, and it turns it, it's a rust converter, a heavy duty rust converter. It converts it to a black primer. That's sandable, actually, but I just want to get a lot of the rust out of there. I'm not going to fix it, but we are going to throw the one-step converter on it. So I'm going to leave the rubber coating, the original undercoating on the car, but I'm just going to clean it up a lot, maybe paint it black. Also clean out all this mess right here. And yeah, start the process of putting in the front suspension. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to get this video up, but today is Thursday, and I honestly think we're going to have at least a prototype of the engine mounts done on Saturday. So yeah, we are kicking it in high gear because I want to have this car done by the end of July. Not done completely, but like done mechanically or running in the car. Maybe not driving, but running in the car. I can get it down. Down? Yep, put it down so I can go up. Oh. Damn. Oh, there we go. I go back. So here's day 2 of installing the subframe. Yesterday I said I was going to clean up this area, which I did, and prep it to install the subframe. Can this camera stop following me around? Thank you, camera. Which we did install last night, but I'm going to show you the actual steps to install it because nothing against the directions, but they are kind of confusing. So you had to cut out off the frame the 2 bump stops. It said just to cut out one, but it won't fit if you don't cut out both of them. And if for anybody wondering, this is what they look like, this one and a square one. So after cutting that out, you can now push the frame up, and you have to use the stock subframe bolts. They do not provide them, you have to use them. So we did push that up, and we did install it, and you might want to paint that black. So paint it black, do whatever you want, rust treat it so it won't rust behind your, what is it called, shock tower mount. Yeah, so it won't rust behind that. So that's pretty much all we did was cut off that piece, sprayed it with some black spray paint, put the subframe in, and put the stock bolts in. Remember, stock bolts. Then they give you all the bolts in one package. I really hope they update this in the future where they label the bolts. But they give you all the bolts in one package, and you have to sort through them and find out what goes where. Yeah, I know, right? I think for now I'm going to stick leaf springs, which these, I'm not sure why, but they're pushed really far. You can't tell it on this side. You can't tell it on this side either. They're pushed really far forwards, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, now tell me what you're doing.
Using a straight edge.
Ohio license plate.
Fancy motor mounts.
Awesome, awesome.
And trying to make the base plate where it bolts into the car.
Sick. And I'm over here putting the Collins adapter kit to fit the Nissan transmission up to the 2J. So hopefully we can get in the car today. Hopefully. And boom! That is how you 2J swap a car in 3 minutes. But don't worry, we're not done yet. There is a lot left to do. Like you see right here, we're having a little bit of fitment issues, which is shocking with how massive this engine bay is. Get the new front subframe in. We still have to fix up a few things, make that look pretty. You can't really see in there. Make it look pretty, maybe box it off and then paint it. Look at that fitment in between the steering arm and the engine mount though. Just by the skin of our teeth. But all that is done and the trans mount is done. But other things that we have to do, you know, all the body work on the entire car. Excuse all the junk on it. The floor pan needs to be replaced. It was really poorly patched. Dash, wiring, that needs especially to be done. You saw that in the last episode. That was terrible. But pretty much everything still needs to be done, besides engine and trans mounts. Guys, kind of did a thing here.